Hello everybody, my name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be talking about a player that has changed his jersey number for the Chicago Bulls and what that could potentially mean for his future in the NBA. Now you might look at this video and say, well look, obviously changing a number doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. And you're right. But I think the changing of a number is also, I guess, maybe deep down a meaning and a way to express potential other changes that can happen for this player in the future. Yes, the number might not mean the change, but I think the number signifies multiple other changes that could happen for this player. His name is Ayo Dosumnu. But before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and Ayo Dosumnu changing his jersey number. Do you like the jersey number change? And ultimately, what type of changes are you expecting to see with Ayo Dosumnu? I think it's going to be a big year for him at the end of the day. He's entering his 4th year in the NBA, I believe. I think it's number 4. And ultimately, he's a guy that is very dependable. But is there another step that he can go to? Can he raise his level again? Can he show exactly what he's made of in his upcoming season? We'll have to wait and see. But the changes. Well, firstly, we'll talk about the jersey number change. Ayo Dosumnu will be changing his jersey number to 11. I believe he's worn 11 before, maybe in college and stuff of that nature. I could be wrong, but I feel like he has. Regardless, he's changing it to 11 now. And look, you guys might not know this, you guys may know this. 11 is actually my favorite number. So Ayo Dosumnu gets a little bit of brownie points from me. I absolutely love the number 11 and I like Ayo Dosumnu wearing the number 11 because of course he's a fan favorite. He's a guy that most people in this Bulls fan base likes. So big plus from me. I guess maybe DeMar DeRozan fans are punching the air right now, but ultimately I do like this move for Ayo Dosumnu, and yeah, I'm happy to kind of see what he can do from here on in. But jersey number aside, I do think there are other changes that Ayo Dosumnu can potentially go through this upcoming season. And I think the majority of it is probably going to be with the responsibility factor. Responsibility as one of the leaders on the team now, especially if we go younger. The responsibility of having the ball in his hands a little bit more to dictate plays. The responsibility of being a guy that steps up more than what he currently has. Ayo Dosumnu, I mentioned it in just earlier in this video, he is probably one of our most dependable players because he's so dynamic in multiple ways. Even if he's not scoring, he's making an impact defensively. There are some games he's impacting playmaking wise. There are other games where he's just scoring lights out, and he's always dependable in some way. He's also dependable in that he allows other players to get the big stats if need be. Kobe White can have a great game and Ayo can still be in the background doing things that he needs to do to win games. Vucevic can drop 30 points in a game in the post, and we could go through him all day, while Ayo Dosumnu is out there playing terrific defense and getting the ball to him. So he's impacting in ways that may not be known, may not be mentioned, but he's still making those impacts. And that's dependability. That's him being a reliable asset to this Bulls team. But with DeRozan now gone, potentially LaVine gone, a good chance Vucevic may be on the way out as well. We don't know at this point in time. You know, again, LaVine wants to go. Vucevic, I think it doesn't make sense to keep him around. Maybe we will just because there might not be a trade partner. I don't know. And DeRozan already leaving. Responsibility is going to have to carry over for everybody. It's going to have to carry over for Kobe White. It's going to have to carry over for Ayo Dosumnu. And I think with that responsibility, hopefully you see more dependability as well in the process. Maybe instead of allowing other players to take over if need be, Ayo will be the one to consistently take over. Maybe that's what we're going to start to ask from him to do. And I guess with the second thing coming around, I think Ayo is going to be in a very similar situation to Kobe White. Another big change we're talking about. So Ayo, for the most part, has been a good combo guard, but more, I guess, in the point guard realm. I think he likes the ball in his hands so he can run pick and rolls and dictate, but he's also a guy that can sit in the corner if need be and shoot threes. I think there's going to be a little bit more of that combo guard feel and a little bit more of that off-ball guard feel with this Bulls team and Ayo Dosumnu for a couple of reasons. Number one, the addition of Josh Giddey. Now, Ayo was the I guess, replacement to Lonzo Ball in many ways. When Lonzo Ball got hurt, it was Ayo that came in at the very beginning and stepped up and became the point guard. Then it moved over to Kobe White, and Ayo shared somewhat responsibility. I do feel like ball handling is going to be a situation where we might see a little bit less from Ayo Dosumnu with the addition of Josh Giddey, who is known to be a playmaker, a very special playmaker at that, and obviously someone that the Bulls clearly see a future with. That's why they're keeping him around. And even AK has talked about the potential to extend him after this season. So it looks like Josh Giddey is going to be our ball handler for a while. But even the second option, if we give Lonzo Ball that chance that he's probably craving with this Bulls team, he's going to do it as a ball handler as well. Now, the good thing about Lonzo is very much a similar thing to Ayo. Lonzo can also be an off-ball guard in certain equations, in certain situations. Ayo could be the same. But another guard that's going to be seen as a point guard in this team, it does mean that ball handling responsibilities will become less and less. So I think the changes for Ayo would need to be how to do well without the ball, how to move well without the ball, how to find yourselves in positions to make an impact without the ball in your hands. With Ayo, it's very clear he likes the pick and roll, and I think he does play well with the ball in his hands, especially in transition. You get the ball to this man in transition, he's gone. I still believe to this day he's one of the best transition finishers in the league. I don't care. It's majestic when I watch him play in transition. It's truly a beautiful sight to see. And again, hopefully there is more of it in this upcoming season now that we want to play faster. Another big change for Ayo, by the way. Since we should be playing faster, he should get more transition opportunities. But yeah, it's going to be more how to handle things in the off-ball circumstances. And again, I'm hoping for a step-up season as well. I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm going to say it now. And I'm sure many of you guys can agree with me in this situation. Kobe White last season for the Bulls was second in the most improved race. He almost got the most improved award. He was almost that guy that gave the Bulls an individual trophy, I guess you could say. He brought a trophy home to the Bulls in many ways. Almost second place. And that is a phenomenal feat for one Kobe White. I think Ayo has that in him. I think Ayo has that type of step up in him where he could be in the most improved conversations. I really believe it. I really do believe it. And at the end of the day, it might be difficult, especially if he's coming off the bench. We just don't know if he's coming off the bench or not. I think it's pretty easy to say now he's coming off the bench, but there is competition for places here. And if Ayo outshines everybody else, then I think it's only fair to say he deserves a chance to start. But regardless, you know, it might be hard to do off the bench. Maybe he'll be more in the conversation for the sixth man award, even though I think that's a very difficult award to win. But it's not even about the award itself. It's being in the conversation. And I think Ayo, with his consistency, because he's been a very consistent and dependable player, like I mentioned, I really think an award like that can be in his future. Maybe not next season, but maybe the season after. Maybe it is next season. But I really believe he has that type of capabilities in his game. And I'm hoping we can see that out of him as well. So with all that being said, jersey number change, some responsibilities change, but most importantly, hopefully there is a step up in his game, no matter where he's playing, what his role is. Hopefully he can execute it and raise the game. Do you guys agree? Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.